Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to SMK Barbers Conversation. Right now, today we have a very special guest. I've been following him since 2020, I believe. He's a barber, an instructor, a barber award winner. He's a husband. He's a family guy. And for some people that they don't believe that as a barber we can be a house owner, we can have a nice stuff. He's a house owner too. So Steve Ponce, Steve the barber, welcome, bro.
Hey, what's up,
Thanks for
bro?
coming in,
Yes,
man.
sir. Thank you for the invite, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So for that, I mean, it's like I've been telling everybody, it's nothing formal, Like I just want people to know what actually we do as a barbers, what we do, what we love in this industry. So we're gonna start with some common questions, and then we're gonna go from there. So name and barber name. And then,
Well, my name is Steven Ponce. So I mean, I didn't, I know I was trying to like come up with like a cool name, but like for my barber, but I just came up with a name when I first started. So it was just like Stephen P. the barber, and then I just pretty much just stuck with that. So like my Instagram name is Stephen P. the barber, and then my name is Steven Ponce. Yeah.
that's pretty cool. How long you been a barber?
I've been a barber for like 6 years. So November of this year, it's gonna be 7 years. Yeah.
What do you do before being a barber?
So before I was a barber, I did like a couple of things. I didn't really. I mean, I guess I kind of started cutting hair in high school. Like I would cut my brother's hair, some of my friends, but I never thought about it as like a career. So like, I didn't really. It was just like I like cutting hair. That's how I started. Cutting my brother, my friends. So then like, and then I had a kid when I was like 16. So I had my son when I was 16. So pretty much after that, like I started working. I started working for McDonald's when I was 16. So then, like after high school, I went to college. Like I was on and off with college, and then working at McDonald's full time. And I ended up staying there for like 6 years. Yeah, I worked there for 6 years. So since I started when I was like 16, when I turned 18, I became like a shift manager. And then, and I was still going to school. But since I had the kids, I kind of had to work, and I needed money. So I was going to school, working, and then eventually, I moved up to like a general manager for McDonald's. So I had like my own restaurant, like my own store that I was in charge of. And so yeah, I was there for 6 years, and I was going to school on and off. And eventually, I kind of stopped going to school because it was just kind of tough trying to like work full time, school, my family. So then, eventually, when I was at McDonald's, I got tired of it, like because I was like at first I was like, okay, I'm gonna just move up. I'm a store manager now. Like my next level is a supervisor. I was gonna just try to become like a supervisor, and then I was like, I'm already doing this. But like once I became a general manager, I was what's it called? I was making salary. So in salary you get paid like the same amount. Every like we got paid there every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks I made the same money, but I never worked 40 hours. I was always working like 55, 60 hours.
You were over.
Yeah, I was kind of like overworking basically. And I mean, yeah, I was like the GM, so like, but like after a while, I was just like, nah, this is too much. Like, if I only worked 40 hours, that would be cool, like, okay, that's fine. But I was always working way more, so I kind of eventually I stopped working there, and then I went to Amazon. So I was working like at the Amazon warehouse, and I was there for 2 years. When I was there, I was like the same thing. I was like, okay, well, I got management experience. I'm gonna go to Amazon, and then I'm gonna just try to move up. And like the first year, I was grinding. I was working hard. I was like, I'm trying to move up, but then like I wasn't really making any progress. Like they weren't moving me up or nothing. So I was like, damn, like this is like whack. I'm busting my ass, and then they're not really giving me an opportunity. So eventually, I kind of got tired of it too, and then I just kind of started slacking. Like I just started doing the minimum. I was like, man, I'm not gonna keep trying to like, do extra. So I just started doing the minimum. I was just working like just barely. They right there, they like check your rates, like how fast you're working. So I was just barely doing the minimum, just getting by. And then when I was there, we only worked 4 days, so I had 3 days off. So I was off Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So that's kind of how I got into barbering. I was probably like 24, like 24. So I went and got a haircut at this shop. It was like a new shop in town. I never really had like a barber because like since I was always busy, I would kind of normally cut my hair myself most of the time, or if but sometimes if I was like, man, I'm trying to get a nicer haircut, then I would just try to find a shop and go get a cut. So I went to this barber shop and I got a haircut. And then the person that cut my hair, they told me that like the barber, it was a new shop that the shop owner he needed help. And then I was like, oh man, like well I could kind of cut, but I mean I didn't have a license or anything, so I'm like, if he'll be down, like I can help you guys on the weekends, since I was off on Amazon. And then we ended up talking to the owner, and he was cool. He was like, yeah, let's do it. And then so then I was like, cool, I'm gonna make some extra money, So on my days off from Amazon, I started working at the barber shop like Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And then that's kind of how I started, like how I got into the shop. Um, so then I ended up getting fired from Amazon because I was just kind of like, slacking, and I didn't really care about the job no more. They fired me. But when they fired me, I was like, okay, well, I'll just go to barbering full time.
So basically, thanks to because they fire you from Amazon, you become a barber.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So I kind of did it full time, and then it was funny because I actually did it for like, so once Amazon fired me, I did it for like 3 months. But it was tough because since I didn't really have clients, I didn't really have clients, and the shop where I was at, pricing it was kind of lower, and it wasn't a really busy shop because it was kind of newer. So
What city was this?
it's in the same city where I work at in Merino Valley. It was in the same city, but the shop was kind of new, so there wasn't a lot of traffic because the shop was kind of new. There wasn't too many clientele there, so I did it for 3 months, and then uh, I was just kind of like, damn, like this isn't really. I'm not making enough money. I have 2 kids, my wife, and then I'm like, shit, like it was kind of tough. So I really wasn't making that much money. I didn't really have clients, so I did it for 3 months full time, and then I was like, damn, I can't do this. So I ended up getting another warehouse job at some place called Karma. It's like they build like electric cars or something. It's supposed to be like Tesla's competition, I guess. So I worked there for like it was through an agency. So I was there for probably like 7 months, and then they laid me off because it got slow. So when they laid me off, I went on unemployment, and I got unemployment for 6 months. They're like, okay, we're gonna give you unemployment for 6 months. So then I was like, damn, all right, cool. I'm gonna go. I went back to the barber shop, to the same shop I was working at. The guy was cool. He's like, he took me back in. And then I was like, okay, like, I like set myself a goal, like, damn, I get unemployment for 6 months. So I was like, while I'm getting that money, that'll help me get by while I build some clients. So I was like, damn, I got 6 months to try to like get all the clients that I can. So that's what I did. I went back to the shop, and then I just started trying to build my clientele. I had like a few customers that I had paid from when I was working for like 3 months, and then I started building more. And by the time my unemployment ran out, I had enough clients to where I can get by. I was making enough. Okay, I can pay my bills. I mean, I wasn't making a lot of money, but I can pay my bills, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, it worked out. So after my unemployment ran out, like I just stayed doing it full time. I mean, I've always liked cutting hair. I just didn't know that I can do it as a career. And then that's kind of how I got into it.
So did it change, like working at a barber shop? It kind of changed your mind, like okay, I can actually make a living out of cutting hair.
Yeah, so it did, like, because I once I started learning more about it, I saw like there's different things you could do. Like, I mean, yeah, cutting hair is probably like the main thing, but like after that, like there's other things you can do. Like, I mean, you can become like an educator, or you can work for like the big companies, the big brands, or you can sell products, or start your own brand. Get a shop, or there's just like different things you can do. Like, you don't just have to like cut hair. You know what I mean? So then I was like, and then I also met other barbers that they were busy, and they were making decent money. So I'm like, damn, like you could actually make a living off of this.
What do you like the most about being a barber?
Um, I guess what I like the most about it is like all the people I get to meet. I mean, obviously, I love cutting hair. Like, that's why I do it. But like, aside from just cutting, I like all the people that I meet, because I always learn different things from all my clients. So it's pretty cool. I have clients that everybody does different types of work, different types of jobs. So I'm always able to ask them questions, and I learn different things. Like, if I have clients that do construction, let's say I'm trying to do something at the house, and I'm not too sure, I can always ask them, and they'll give me advice, they'll give me tips. Sometimes they'll even, if you want, I'll help you. So that's one of my favorite things that I like is all the people that I get to meet.
What barbershop do you work?
I work in Moreno Valley at Authentic Cuts Barbershop. Yeah.
So, and you've been there for
I've been there for like 5 years, I believe. Oh, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, like 5 years, like 5.5 years. And then when I went there, um, I got to that shop when they kind of had barely opened up. So I've been there since kind of like since they opened.
who's the owner of the shop?
His name is Jose. He's not really a barber, so he kind of just owns the shop.
So how do you like to work for someone that is not a barber?
I mean, it's different, you know what I mean? Like, but it's cool. I mean, he doesn't really. We just kind of just do our own thing, you know what I mean? There's a barber there that runs the shop, and so he's there. He's the one that's like involved running the shop, and
Are you commission or booth rent?
we're booth rent, booth rent,
Have you
yeah.
ever worked on commission?
So the first shop that I worked at, it was commissioned for a little bit. When I first started there, it was commissioned, but then he changed it to booth rent. So I've basically been doing booth rent like most of my career.
So since I started following you back in 2020, I saw that you become instructor for a little bit, no?
Yeah, I did it for a little bit.
How you like that, or
It was a good experience. I kind of did it. I wanted to basically I wanted to gain some experience. Teaching, learn a new skill, and then also like back to like I was saying, like like I like embarking all the people that I get to meet. So that was another reason why I did it because I wanted to kind of expose myself so I can meet more barbers and kind of get myself out there more. I mean, my goal is, I want to open up my own shop eventually. So, I thought for me it was a good opportunity to be able to meet more barbers and then just make myself a little more known. That way, if I get a shop, I'm not saying it would be easier because I mean, obviously nothing's easy, but like it'll at least give me an advantage. Like, oh, people know me, like Steven,
people
like
they know who you
they
are?
might want to work with me
Yeah.
because of that.
So well, the first time I met you, well, the only time I met you it was on a barber battle.
Yeah.
I know you're a award-winning barber. Does it? Do you think having trophies does it make a little bit different when you're working on the shop? Does it make a little bit different to get clientele?
um. So honestly, no, I don't think it does. At the end of the day, it's really on the barber. I mean, like,
How many times have you won?
uh, I don't really know. I have a couple. Um, I don't know, maybe like 10 times or
Oh,
something.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
like
pretty
I
cool.
mean they're not all first place. I got
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
first, second, third, but yeah, probably like 10 times or something like
That's
that.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean I don't think that it makes you busier or that doesn't mean that you're better than anybody else. It's just kind of like I said, it goes back to me. Like I'm just like it's like a way of me trying to get more exposure and get myself meet more people and things like that. I mean it has helped me. Obviously I see other barbers and the way they cut some of the things that they're doing, so it helps me become better. I guess at cutting hair, and it kind of pushes me. A lot of the barber competitions are timed, so it definitely it makes me work on my speed. Because you can't obviously take like an hour, 2 hours on a cut. Like when you're competing, it's time. So it has helped me get faster. I haven't really competed like recently. It's been a little while. Like, well, I mean, I think recently we did one, but I haven't really been going as much as I used to, like before COVID or whatever.
So, what's your favorite haircut to do?
Um, I don't know. I don't know if I really have like a favorite haircut. I mean, I guess I like doing fades. Yeah, I like doing fades.
Pretty much every haircut.
But yeah, every haircut's like a fade. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
like, it's like kind of hard. Like, I mean, I guess I would rather do a fade than a taper.
See, like for me, like my favorite haircut to do is like I can do two on the top and skin taper on the sides and the back and line up. That would be cool. Like if I
Okay.
was me, every haircut would have a
Okay.
line up. You know, like
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like those haircuts. I like doing beards too. Like when people have like a full beard, it's kind of cool. Like when you like line it up nice and shape it up, it looks
do you
clean.
have any specific clipper that you like to use, or you have any specific brand?
So like, I mean, now there's so many different brands. Like ever since I started barbering, like to now, it's like there's a lot of different like clippers. Like, when I first started, I think it was like the two main ones was the Wall and
Yeah.
Andes. So either you were a Wall person or you were an Andes person. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I'm a wall guy. Like I use wall.
yeah, so like when I started, I was started with Wall, so that was like my favorite clipper, because that's what I started with, and like I said before, it was either like Wall or Andes, but like now there's like so many different clippers. I don't really, well, obviously I do like some clippers better than others. I don't know if I have a favorite, but I do like the Walls. I still use Walls Seniors cordless. I actually bought some clippers like last year, and I actually really like them. They're the calibers.
Okay, yeah, I use those too.
Yeah, yeah. So I bought them, and then one of the bars was like, "Hey, check these out. They're cool." So I bought them, and I actually like them. They're really good. I like.
That was like the Magic Clip.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was gonna say like that's the thing. Like a lot of the clippers now, I feel like they're all similar. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like some are just like. Well, now I've seen a lot of the new clippers that have the little notches like for the lever. You know, the Walls they didn't really have that. I kind of like it. Some barbers don't like it. I kind of like it because I feel like it kind of helps me like know where I'm at. I mean, with the Walls, you just kind of like play with it and you kind of already know. But
Some of the one guy that I follow, Luis Barco, something like that. He's from Azusa.
okay.
Uh, he uh, he puts the labels like the labels on the wallpapers.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're
Yeah,
talking
he
about.
has like a little sticker.
Yeah, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I think he has a shop in Azusa or
Yeah, he
something.
has a
Yeah,
shop
yeah,
in
yeah,
Azusa.
yeah. I know who you're talking
There's
about. Yeah.
some Calabatis or
Yeah, yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah. I
that.
know who you're talking about. Yeah.
So, but I saw that like now they make it into a clipper. I think fast feed or something like they have like the little
Oh, okay,
labels
okay,
on it.
okay. Yeah.
So, how's that clientele in Moreno Valley? So
So
most of your clients from Moreno Valley.
yeah, basically, yeah. So basically, most of my clients are from Reno Valley because that's obviously where I cut.
That's where you're from, right?
Yeah, basically, I was born in Riverside.
Okay.
I was born in Riverside, but then my parents bought a house in Reno Valley when I was like 4. So I grew up in Reno Valley. I've been there my
Okay.
whole
So
life.
that's sharing.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, that's like my area. That's where I grew up. Most of my clients are from Reno Valley. I also get some clients from like Paris, Beaumont,
Because it's kind of
and
big.
yeah, in Riverside. So like some of the surrounding areas. I mean, it's not a lot. Most of my clientele are from Reno Valley, but I do have other clients from like Paris, Riverside, and Beaumont.
So you have a boy, no? How old is your boy?
Well, my son, so he was my firstborn. I had him when I was like 16. So he's 14. He's gonna be turning 15 this year.
So he asked you like, hey, let me let me cut the clippers. Will you like teach him or?
Yeah, I will teach him. I mean, I told him like because he's about to be 15, and I'm like, I told him like he should learn how to cut hair because it's like a good skill to have, and he wants to go. Well, we want him to go to college. I mean, I don't know what he's gonna end up doing. Right? Obviously, it's gonna be ultimately up to him. But I told him like, I mean, if you go to school to college, you're gonna probably have to find a job part time to like buy yourself food, or if you're gonna drive, you're gonna have to pay for gas. I mean, I'm not rich, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but so I told him I was like, you might as well just learn how to cut hair because if you cut hair, it's something that you can do on the weekends. Like, focus on school during the week, on the weekends work, and your income will be better than if you were to work like minimum wage like at a fast food place. So I told him you might as well just I know how to cut. I can teach you. It'll be easier for you to learn. You know what I mean? And then especially since he's in high school, I feel like for the younger people, it's a lot easier to start building clientele because they know so many people from school, and then since they're in your area, by the time like you get better, it's a lot more people will know you.
I have a brother that he's 10 years younger than me, and I tried to teach him, but no, he didn't want it. So I was like, okay, cool. Because I found that it was the same thing. I was like, bro, like you're
Yeah,
16 years old, no, like you can make
yeah,
think 3 haircuts, you can make almost $100.
yeah, yeah,
But and now he's 21, right? So right now he works and everything. But I feel like barbering is not for everybody.
yeah. Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
So you're one of the barbers, one of the few barbers that I see. Yeah, I haven't seen you wearing black t-shirts. You know, most of the barbers that I know, they're always wearing black.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it was because of the industry. I mean, pretty much all the barbers that I know, they were always wearing black.
Oh, okay.
Or and then I kind of see like you wear hats a lot too, you know? Or
Not really. Sometimes I do, but not all the time.
so you rock your hair?
Yeah, I like to wear my hair, but like I didn't get a haircut this week. I was like, damn, I'm gonna do the podcast. I was like, but I didn't get a
No,
haircut.
but
That's why I was
see,
like
like
that.
me, I wear hats 95% of the
Oh,
time. I get a
okay.
haircut every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I get a haircut every 2 weeks.
yeah,
On Tuesdays. Um, but I only like to rock my haircut like the first 2 days.
oh, okay,
After
okay.
that, like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then but like I wear hats most of the time.
Most of the time.
Actually, lately I've been rocking my hair more often, and it was some people that they never saw me without a hat.
Oh,
You
without
know?
a hat. Yeah,
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 like literally, I have my hat next to my bed. I wake up and
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like my hat is my everything.
Oh, okay.
But like some people, they make fun of me, like, dude, you're a barber. Why you always wearing hats? But I just
Yeah. Well, honestly, I've seen a lot of barbers that wear hats. I have. There's a lot. Like at my shop, I want to say there's a couple barbers that they wear hats like every day. You know what I mean? They wear hats every day. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's like a reason for that. Like if it's like a
No,
part of the barber culture,
it's
because
because
there's a lot of barbers
it's
that wear
because
hats
it's
all the
about
time.
the barber culture. Like
Yeah,
I said, wearing black. Like me, like I have a lot of shoes,
yeah,
but most of my shoes are bands, and I
yeah,
work with bands and everything.
yeah,
But I kind of feel like most of the barbers that I know, they they know they have a bunch of hats, they have a bunch of black t-shirts, they have a bunch
yeah.
of shoes and
Shoes, yeah.
everything. And it's like, damn, I don't know. If, I say like I don't know if it's because of the barber culture or it's because
I think it is kind of like part of the barber culture, you know. And then I mean, because like for me, I like to, but like normally I just cut my hair short. Like I just get like a two and then like a medium bald fade. But right now I'm trying to like let it grow out a little bit. I'm gonna try to like get like a full hog or something. I don't know. So that's why like, I didn't get a cut. So I was like, I'm gonna just wear a hat.
so. You're the only barber in your family. Or you have
Yeah, I'm the only barber in my family. Yeah.
so I mean, you're married, you have kids and everything. Does your circle is surrounding barbers? I kind of see you. Sometimes you hang out with the barber that you work. I don't know if the barber that you work, but I
Yeah.
mean, I see you very active on Instagram.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Pretty much. Like most of the people, like most of like usually like if I hang out with anybody, it's probably some of the barbers that I work with. And then aside from that, it's just family, like my uncles or my
But
parents.
see, I was telling one of my homies, like me, my circle is people that I met through the barbershop,
Mhm.
all barbers.
Yeah.
I know one of my best friends, he's a barber. Uh, if I don't hang out with people that I met at the barbershop, all barbers, like I'm always hanging out um, with my parents. But I kind of feel like my friends from high school or different areas, like they don't understand kind of what I do.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So all my schedule pretty much, like I would say, I start at 8. I don't
Yeah.
know what time I'm gonna be home. So
Yeah.
I don't like to make plans like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be there at 3
Yeah. Yeah.
because I mean sometimes like on Friday I was supposed to go dinner and this person was like, oh, okay, I see you at 8. And somebody texts me like, hey, bro, can you come here at 7? I was like, you know what, this month has been kind of slow. Like,
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I didn't cancel the dinner. But yeah, kind of like, I don't know, I feel like people, like some people, they don't understand my schedule. So I just pretty much I hang out with barbers because they know, like, hey, I mean, whenever you're off, just
Yeah.
pull up, just come
Yeah.
up.
Because like with me, honestly, like, cause I kind of work like the same schedule as you. I work Monday through Saturday, so I only get Sundays off. So like during the week, it's kind of hard to do anything because I get home, like a little later. And if I do something during the week, it's gonna be like after 8 p.m. or something like that. You know what I mean? And then Saturdays I get off earlier, but like usually it's like my family day or whatever. Like I mean, we'll go out have dinner or visit family or just chill at the house. And then Sunday's the same thing. Just hang out with the fam. Or if we do make plans, and most of the barbers that I work with, they're off Sundays too, so it's kind of easy to like just do things. You know what I mean on Sundays.
So who is like who kind of your inspiration from this industry? Like who you follow? I mean, you work with some sick barbers that I follow from that shop. So
Yeah.
um, you have any inspirations? Like
I mean, there's a lot of cool barbers. You know what I mean? You know, I just I mean, obviously, yeah. I guess like from like the social media barbers. I guess like the barbers that are like super like social media famous or whatever. I kind of really like Los Cut It. I really like his work because he's really diverse. Like he doesn't just do one thing. Like he could do kind of like everything. He could dye hair. He could cut. He could do scissor work. He could do designs. Um, he could do like the hotel stuff. He could kind of do like he's really diverse. So that's why I like his work because he could kind of do it all. Now he like does like his photo shoots, his like videos, like so he's really talented. He could do all of those things, and I like that because I feel like being able to do all the different types of skills in our industry is important. So I kind of like his work.
every single one has mentioned Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, every
Oh,
single
really?
one. Yeah, every
Oh,
single one.
I haven't seen like the full podcast. I've seen like a couple minutes of the first one, and then some of the ones that you posted on your Instagram.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
that's
see,
funny.
like this is the thing. Like, I want people to see that. I mean, one of my coaches is like way more than a barber. Like I believe that I'm more than a barber.
Yeah.
I like to inspire like the different generations or
Yeah. Yeah.
kids or whatever. But at the same time, like I was to my customers, like, hey, like over here I'm Super Mario Cuts. If you see me outside, like my name is Mario. You know?
Yeah.
But like, but that because that's the way I want to present myself.
Yeah.
Everybody, like so far, everybody has mentioned Last Cut It, and then for sure Rob. Like a lot of people have mentioned Rob, but I
Okay.
know he's being inspiration from a bunch of us, especially Latinos,
Yeah.
because the way he managed in the industry.
Yeah.
So I know you're a house owner. For some of people, some of the barbers, especially the young barbers, that will say, hey, you know what? It's cash only. It's cash only.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, approve of income, you know,
Yeah.
that's not gonna be cash, you know.
Yeah.
So how was the process of being a house owner as a barber? You know, I mean, I know plenty barbers that they're house owners,
Yeah.
but I mean, from being 6, 7 years in the industry,
Yeah.
being a house owner, that's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah, well, obviously, like I have a family, so that was probably like the main reason. I'm like, damn, I gotta get a place for, what I'm saying, for my family. So, well, like it goes like, back to what I was saying. Like I like my job. I love what I do. Like I get to meet so many people. So like one of my clients, his name is Daryl. He's a real estate agent. So, I've been cutting him for a while now. Like kind of almost since I started working at that shop I'm at now. And so I always knew like I want to buy a house eventually. So I would cut his hair, and then we would talk about real estate. He would tell me like how do you buy a home, like the different types of loans. And then eventually I told him like, hey bro, I want to buy a house. Like, can you, what I'm saying, can you help me? And so basically, he gave me a lot of advice, and he's basically the one that helped me get ready to buy my home. Um, he it took me honestly like almost 4 years,
Oh, damn.
because like, well, like 4 years, like what I mean is like I first started talking to him about it, right? So then I'm like, okay, like I want to buy a home. And then like a year after that, like, you know the second year, it was like I was more serious about it. I was like, okay bro, like, we've been talking about it, you've been giving me all this info. So he set me up with his loan person. He has somebody, it's like a loan officer, so they're the ones that are in charge of like getting people the loans for their homes. So he set me up with her, and then she took all my info. You know what I'm saying? She looked at my credit, my debt, my income, and then she basically told me like exactly what I needed to do to be able to buy the home. So that was like 2 years or whatever. So then like the main thing, like when you're trying to buy a home, is they want to see 2 years of taxes, because we don't really get paid with checks. So we don't have like a W-2 or anything like that. So the only way they can really see our income is through our tax returns. And so then that's why it took me like another 2 years, because I needed to file taxes for 2 more years. So it took like, I mean, it was like 2 years when that's when I started filing my taxes. But I mean, like altogether, like me thinking about it and then planning for it, because you can't just like, it doesn't even matter if you have like money, you know what I mean? Like if you don't have like the proof of your income, it doesn't really matter. You're not gonna be able to buy a home.
So basically, I mean, you take car, sell, Venmo,
Yeah, I take
everything.
card, I take Zelle, I take cash. I pretty much take any form of payment, honestly.
So when you let's say when people pay you cash, so pretty much you put all that money straight to your account. I mean for sure as a barber, sometimes it's hard.
Yeah,
I mean, like for me, like I have my business account and I have my roller account,
yeah,
right? And then on my business account goes everything, every single money that comes over here, and
yeah,
then I pay myself
yeah,
because I'm an LLC, right? So supermarkets pays money, right?
yeah.
So you put it literally every single penny on your account.
So honestly, bro, like I gotta get better at it. I'm not gonna lie. To be honest with you, I have my business account, and basically all like my debit, credit card transactions, everything goes into my business account, and I don't do like regular deposits into my account. So what I do is like when I have to pay bills or like my mortgage, then like I'll make a deposit, but it doesn't really go into my business account. It'll go into like my personal. And
But I kind of help you because I know like some barbers, um, they, especially at the beginning of this year,
yeah,
they start saying, "Oh, no more Zelle, no more Venmo, it's cash only."
yeah,
But for me, like, I mean, at the end of the day, you're not gonna buy a car,
yeah,
you're not gonna get a house
yeah,
if you say cash only. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I mean, like for me, like I go to the bank every Monday.
Okay, okay.
I mean, I keep the cash, and but most of my clients, 95% of my clients, they pay me with debit card or Apple
Okay,
Pay.
yeah,
So every Monday I go whatever cash I have, go straight. But I know some barbers that they do cash only, and it's like, damn, like, I mean, at the end of the day, they're putting themselves out.
Yeah,
Like, don't don't do it because eventually it's gonna hurt you. It's gonna for
yeah,
you to open a shop,
yeah,
to get a car, to get a house,
yeah, because of the income.
because
Yeah,
of the
so
income.
yeah, I mean, yeah, like I mean, I recommend taking it because like nowadays most people don't really carry cash anyways. I mean, we carry cash because we're like a cash
Yeah.
business. That's why we have cash, and barbers are used to having cash. But most people don't carry cash. They get paid with a check or direct deposit. So then they spend with their debit or credit cards. You know what I mean? So that's why I take it. Because then I also feel like I mean I can't really say like I see barbers that are busy that are cash only. So I can't say like you're not gonna be busy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I feel like it probably could limit you though because there is some customers that might not go to you because they don't like to carry cash. They might choose a different barber just because of that. You know what I mean? And like I said, that doesn't mean that you're not gonna be able to get busy. You can still get busy, but you're limiting yourself to like those customers that want to pay with card or you know what I mean. And then like you're saying, like it also helps you like keep track of the income. Like there's money going into your account. So
Yeah, I mean, even when I open over here, like when I open the street, like they asked me
like your bank
for
statements.
bank statements and
Yeah.
everything, and I was that. It was that when I barely started to put my money
Oh, okay,
on
okay.
my account. I was
Yeah.
like, damn. And then over the weekend, like it was actually last weekend. It was the first time that I was actually okay, cool. I can prove 100% my income
Yeah.
because I've been putting everything like so. I asked this question to pretty much the last three people that I had was as a barbers we always use the hashtag or we say, oh, this is the barber life or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, in my opinion, you live in the barber life. No, you have family, you have your house and everything. So, but what's the barber life for you? Like, what's that definition of barber
It's funny, dude, because I don't really know. Like, I don't think that like everybody's different. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's just like
life?
it's like a hashtag that we use. You know what I mean? But I don't know because I can't really I don't know exactly what it would be because everybody's different. But like how you were saying earlier about you hang out mostly with barbers because of like your work schedule and things like that. I mean, I guess that could be one of the things. It's like sometimes people think that even new barbers or just people who don't even aren't in the barber industry, sometimes they think like, oh, dang, barbers make money, or barbers are like you were saying, people like to wear different hats, different shoes. I mean, that is kind of part of the barber culture, like fashion, I guess. And so sometimes people think like, oh, dang, barbers make money, or the new barbers they think, oh, it's cool, I want to be a barber. But honestly, like to people, in my opinion, that are really like doing good in barbering, it's not really easy. Like you gotta grind. You know what I mean? Like it's not easy. Like I said, I work 6 days a week. I'm gone pretty much all day during the week, so I don't get to see my family till like 8 p.m. You know what I mean? Um, so for me, like barber life would be like shit. I'm grinding. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm out there getting it. Like yeah, I mean, I'm not rich, but I make a decent income from barbering, but it's not easy. Like it's not just given. You know what I mean? Like I went out there and I'm getting it. You know what I mean? So for me, that's really barber life. It's like you're out there grinding. You got to get it. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what it would be for me.
That not hey, yeah, that for me like I was thinking that every barber has different definition of
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think
having
it's
a
yeah,
barber because probably for some young barbers like 18, 19 year old, 21, they can say,
yeah,
oh, barber life it can be party, it can be
yeah,
be able to buy the bottle
yeah,
over at the bar.
yeah,
And for me like the older I get, like it was like another day I was thinking it was the reason that I didn't become a barber when I was 18
yeah,
years old because I would be party like
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
I mean, I become a barber like when I was 23. So, but I'm glad that I didn't become a barber early because it was at one point that I didn't care. Like my way to think, it was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna spend $300 today, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna make it tomorrow.
Yeah,
You know?
that's the thing. I guess that could be like a definition of barber life. Like, they like to be flashy, they like to spend because they feel like they're gonna make it tomorrow. But
But see, like I learned the hard way.
yeah,
Like now, dude, like, hey, I whatever comes to me, hey, is this for me? Like I guess. I mean, you can call it selfish. Like now, I'm been like I'm more selfish about it. And but like you say, I like it's not easy. You know, like we
Yeah.
as a barbers, we look for it. You know, like for me,
Yeah.
like I even like I get tired of posting the same things over and over. You know,
Yeah.
like I like literally every morning when I wake up, the first thing I check my appointment,
Yeah.
and then I start posting. You know, like crazy.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get tired, but if I don't post anything, I don't get clientele. I don't
Yeah.
get, and
Yeah. Because it
especially
helps. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
especially today, like on Christmas Day, um, I got a few texts. Hey, are you working? Are you working?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
over there like after 11.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, but like I mean, at the end of the day, like I would love. I don't. Well, the way I see, it, I don't think people. I don't think we get the recognition that we get that we are supposed to get, and I would love to get more recognition from regular people. You
Yeah.
know, uh, just because I feel like, oh yeah, he's a bar. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think people value our work or like the stuff that we do.
Yeah.
So saying that, what the community means to you as a barber?
Um. Like, what do you mean? Like.
Like, I mean, because I believe the barbers we belong to a community. We huge part of the community. We can
Yeah.
change the way the community is.
Yeah, I mean, we do like. I mean, I guess like in our shop, we have a big shop, so there's a lot of barbers.
How many
So
chefs do you
we have
have?
15. So we have 15 barbers. So we get a lot of different people that go in there, and then we're like a mixed shop. We're like a black and Hispanic barber shop. So we're mixed. I kind of like that because there's not really too many shops like that. So we're like really mixed. So I think that that's cool because like we're able to bring people in of all different cultures and ethnicities, and we're all able to be in one room, together talking about different, things that's going on. So I guess for us, that's a helpful thing. We're able to like just like at our shop specifically, like we're able to bring different people together, and then everybody we're like all the same basically. You know what I mean? Like yeah, we're different. Like our cultures are different, but we're all able to come in together, and we're all like human beings. You know what I mean? So I feel like in our shop that's like one way that we impact our community is bringing like all the different cultures and
I mean,
all the different people
especially
together.
minority, you know, like helping
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
saying, hey, we all can make it.
yeah.
So, what's the best advice you would give to barbers that they barely starting any hair?
um, I mean, I guess the advice I can give them is to I mean, if they're serious about barbering, like they have to be consistent, with their work. They have to be consistent with their schedule. It's gonna take time to build your clientele, but it's really on you. Like I've seen some barbers, they get busy pretty fast, and then some people it takes them longer. But I feel like the more consistent you are in everything, basically, like your availability, like are you on time at the shop, like your days that you're working, if you use social media, like being consistent on like posting. I think that that's the best advice I can give them is to just stay consistent and be at the shop. A lot of people, like even for me, like when I first started cutting hair, I mean I'm pretty busy now, and like I don't really like. I mean, obviously I'm not better than no one else. I mean we're all the same, but like from when I started, pretty much almost every single barber that I worked with, I'm busier than all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that like I said, I'm not trying
Yeah,
to show off or anything, but like I'm busier than all of them, and it's not because I'm better than them or because I cut hair better. I've seen a lot of barbers that can cut good hair, but they're not consistent though. You know what I
so pretty
mean?
much being consistent.
Yeah, you have to be because like even when you are busy, let's just say you start like taking a lot of days off, or you're like, oh, I'm busy now. Like you start taking weeks off like at a time. Like I mean, sometimes your customers don't mind. Obviously, you have your own life too. You know what I mean? But I've seen some barbers like they start taking a lot of time off, and then slowly your clientele like it starts shifting. Like you know what I mean? They might start like, oh, okay, he's busy. I'm gonna just try out a different barber, and then maybe they like that barber, how they cut their hair, how they conversated. So then they might not go back to you because you weren't fully available. Now, obviously, like I said, you have your own life. You have to like take time for yourself.
Do you
But
take vacation? When was
uh,
the last time you take
so
vacation?
honestly, that's the thing. I honestly haven't really had a vacation in a while because
I was having that conversation with one of my friends,
yeah,
barber. I was like, damn, bro, when was the last time you took vacation? He hasn't taken vacation. Never.
yeah. See, like for me, I haven't really like I might have taken like 2 3 days or something like that, but I'm not like, oh, I'm off for a whole week type of thing. You know what I mean? And like, but one of the biggest reasons is obviously we don't get paid vacation. So if we're not working, we're not making money. And then one other thing, I just been busy. Like I got my house like 2 years ago. Well, it'll be 2 years in April. So obviously the 2 years before that, I was like, damn, I got to grind. I got to save money. Like I really didn't have time to vacation. Then I got the house. So then like now it's like I have like another goal that I'm trying to get to. But at the same time, I just got the house, so I had to get like furniture, any little updates that we did in the house. Then I just had another baby. So it's just like a lot. You know what I mean? So it's like I haven't really had time to, I guess, take a vacation. And but honestly though, like it doesn't really like bother me. Like I'm used to it, like because I've been working like that pretty much since I was like 16. I had my son, so I've been grinding like what I mean. I'm just kind of used to it. My family's kind of used to it, So it's like I don't know. It's just kind of normal for us, to be honest. Like I mean, eventually my goal is to like have my own business, make enough income to where I can take time off, and I don't really have to like feel like I'm not making money because maybe I have some other money coming in. And but I mean, until then, I mean, it doesn't really like I don't know. It's like normal for me. You know what I mean?
How do you see the industry in like 5 years? How do you think the industry is gonna be in like 5 years?
uh, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, it's like constantly changing. You know what I mean? I feel like right now there's a lot of new barbers. Like there's a lot of people that are trying to get licensed. A lot of people trying to cut hair now. So I feel like it's growing. It's growing for sure a lot. I don't know. I can't really say what it'll be like in 5 years, but I know for sure it's growing. It's gonna be a bigger industry. I feel like there is more competition coming. So I feel like you kind of have to keep up with like I'm not saying like trends, but like new styles, like social media. I feel like I don't think you have to try to be like a social media influencer or try to do like cool haircuts, but I feel like you should know how to do them and you should try to like use social media because it's just like part of our industry now.
90% of my clients is because of social media.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like it's important. Like, I mean, like you were saying earlier, it's kind of hard to stay consistent because even for me, like I do post on my stories like every day,
Yeah.
but like as far as like on my feed, like pictures or videos, sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start posting, and I'll make videos and I'll start posting. But then like I stop, and then like right now, I think the last post I posted was probably like in December or something.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't post too many haircuts. Some because sometimes I forget to take a picture.
Yeah,
But I try to post stuff, and sometimes I post like almost the same picture like of Shane, and then try to post like something related to my studio so people
yeah,
can, oh, hey, you know what, I have to make an appointment,
yeah,
And then running for sure, like every Monday, like for the last month, I've been doing this conversation podcast, whatever you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
call. Actually, people like it. Actually, 2 Mondays, I didn't post anything 2 Mondays ago, and I was surprised, like at least 10 clients, and it was clients, it was
Oh
no
yeah.
barbers. Like
Oh
10 clients,
okay.
they were like, hey, bro, you haven't posted anything. And I was like, damn, bro, like, hey, I appreciate it, but
Yeah,
I'm gonna post
yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah.
And today,
That's
I
good.
like, bro, tonight, I actually record like during night,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so tonight I'm gonna have Mike, so Mike the barber. So I'm gonna probably gonna do 2 and 1 because President's Day. I was surprised. I was there, but I tried to post something every day, dude.
yeah,
For me, social media has been the biggest thing. But at the same time, because of social media, I lost some clients. Um, I make a mistake. Probably like 2 months ago.
yeah.
I don't share. I don't post the same stuff on my Facebook on my Instagram. On
Uh,
my Facebook is, I mean, I share politics stuff or whatever.
oh, okay, okay.
And something that I post on Facebook went through Instagram, and a few people got offended.
Oh, really?
And I was like, hey, you know what? I mean, I say I'm a human. I was
Yeah,
like, I'm a human, and I
yeah,
mean that's my way to think. I cannot change it.
yeah,
Like that's the way I grew up.
yeah.
So, but yeah, but social media has been helping me a lot, and I think I mean you can be a busy barber without social media, but I feel like you can be a better barber.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you kind of have to. Like I said, I mean, I don't like my social media. I'm not like, I mean, I don't have a lot of followers. Like, you know what I mean? But I feel like I try to stay on there because I feel like it keeps you like it goes back to saying like being consistent. It keeps you like relevant. Like a lot of people who follow me are my customers, so like that helps me because like I always post things like, oh, I got appointments available, or somebody just canceled. Then like I'll post it, and then people see it, and then like it helps me, get fill up spots in my appointments. And then also like you're saying, it helps you get new clients too because people can see your work. and then they might just DM you or they might just book with you because they like what they see on your page.
Yeah, like I said, 90% of my clients, like for sure I have my older people
Yeah.
clients that they send me like the old school, they send me
Yeah.
a text or
Yeah.
whatever. But that's pretty cool. So now to close out, I want to take more of the time. So, do you have any specific razor that you use, like a razor blade that you use, or?
Honestly, I use the Dorco blades, the Prime Dorcos. Yeah, those are the main ones that I use, the Dorcos and Prime Dorcos. I've tried like the Astras; those are cool too. But mainly, I just use the Dorcos. That's probably the main ones that I use.
So your next goal is to open a shop. You want to open a you
Yes,
want to
so
open a
that is
business.
my next goal is to get my own shop. Yeah, that's my next goal right now. So like when I bought my house, it was pretty tough. Like it was a lot of competition. So I almost kind of was like, oh, I'm not even gonna buy a house right now. It's too expensive. There's too many people. Like everybody is like trying to outbid you. So if I wouldn't have got the house, I was gonna try to open up a shop with like the money that I had
Oh, you want
saved.
to open a shop in Moreno Valley?
Yeah, so I that's my goal. I mean, yeah, my plan at least because I just feel like that's where most of my clientele is. So I feel like it'll make it a little easier. Like, I mean, if I went to a whole different city, I don't have any customers there, so it's gonna be a little harder. You know what I mean? Well, like my income's for sure gonna drop. You know what I mean? Because like everyone can't drive to a different city. You know what I mean? Some will, but not everybody.
I mean, I'm happy that you wear the Angels jersey and the Angels hat.
Yeah,
Do you guys talk a lot about sport? I mean, it's barbershop. I'm for sure you talk
yeah,
a lot about sports.
yeah.
You guys get like the argue between each
Yeah,
other.
yeah, yeah. Like all our customers come in and then they'll talk about. I honestly, I get a lot of people talk shit to me all the time because there's a lot of Dodgers fans, and you know what I'm saying. So they love to talk. So and I'm an Angels fan, so I
I
always
mean,
get.
you're a Cowboys fan too, no? Or
No,
you're
I don't follow football super close like that, but like I guess once I became a barber, I started watching sports a little bit more.
yeah, because I see you posting over the.
So I went with the Rams.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Rams,
Ah,
a
that's
Rams
pretty
fan.
cool. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool. Well, definitely, it was a pleasure, Steve.
for
Thank
sure.
you. You're the first barber that is not in my circle.
Yeah,
I'm thankful that you came. Like, I'm a huge fan of your work. Like I'm a huge fan of what you do. Keep doing the same thing, man. And thanks for being inspiration.
yeah,
I mean, at least for me, because when you bought the house, it was like, hey, we as a barbers, we can do it. I mean, for sure, I know owners that they own a house.
yeah,
So when I saw that you bought the house, that's pretty cool, man.
yeah.
Definitely is an inspiration. Hopefully not just for me, like I would love more barbers to have their own house, and hopefully when you open your shop, man, hopefully we can have all the barbers together and do like a nice grand opening, bro.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that would be dope, man. So we'll see what happens. I mean, that's the goal. I kind of been saying that I want to get a shot. Like sometimes my customers or some of the bars that give me a hard time. They're like, "Hey, fool, when are you gonna get the shot?"
Yeah, because
And
it doesn't matter
but
how
I'm like, it's
many.
all good. Like it's taking. You know what I mean? It's not doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah, I mean,
So
for me, like I knew I didn't have the money to open a shop.
yeah,
But I knew that I had the money to get my suite,
yeah,
And I mean, I like to be by myself.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. That's cool.
thank you very much, bro. I appreciate
For
it, man.
sure, man.
Thank
Hey,
you very
thank
much.
you. Appreciate
Moreno
it, man.
Valley. Make sure to follow Steve. Steve the barber. He's a badass barber. Check his work. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you, bro. Appreciate it.